Hello you lot. I've got a box, and inside this box, I won't beat around the bush too much, although I'm quite fond of beating around the odd bush here and there, but you'll know what this is going to be inside here because of the title of the video. So let's have a look inside this box and we'll see. Well, it may work out to be alright, or it may just be a complete waste of money, but I'll explain. Alright then, so I've got this box. Now, some of you will know if you're regularly subscribing or watching on this channel, I tried to get a new engine for this Rush Evo, but trying to get an engine for it new is all out of stock. And I went to one place, blah blah blah, got to wait now to the 30th of April to get an engine for this. Purely because I chose the wrong shop. All of them are, I've got an expected stock date of the 2nd of April. However, the one that I went to, because it showed as being in stock, I bought one there. Then they messaged me and said, we haven't got it, it's out of stock, sorry about that. The stock date is meant to be the 30th of April. So now I've got paid for it, I'm stuck with them. I haven't got the... I feel bad if I said, oh well, I want a refund, then I feel bad. So I'll just wait until the 30th to get me new engine. Then I see on eBay, just popped up, when I was looking for spare parts for the Savage, actually. Oh, this is a spare part for the Savage. I'm not going to show you what that is yet. You probably guess if you can see by the shape. This is for the Savage, and I'll fit that in another video. But when I was looking for spare parts for the Savage, up come... Oh, there's exhaust manifold bolts. Up come a... well, it was actually the bloke who had this. I had a look on the rest of him, and he had a friend that's got another eBay shop, and he had this engine. Now it may be a waste of money. £25 I paid for this. It was listed as being broken because the little arm, your throttle arm thing, is snapped. Hopefully that will... yeah, there we go. See, the little throttle arm is snapped off on there. But that's not a problem, because I've got the whole carburettor on the old engine that blew up. There's nothing wrong with the carburettor on my engine, so I'm just going to change the whole carb over. It's just one little bolt there, little nut, and I'm going to change the whole carb. And then I'll put the clutch on, the clutch bell, pull start, and we should have a whole completely running engine, hopefully. This is supposed to be a good engine. It's supposed to have come off a Rush that was running. The compression feels absolutely diabolical, but that proved me wrong on the other video, didn't it, for the other Rush with the 15 FE, whatever it is, engine. So there we go. Get rid of that. Let's take the other engine out and make sure I've got all the bits. I've got a pull start somewhere. I'll have to have a look. Anyway, I'll have a look for that, and while I'm having a look for the pull start, let's take the engine out. Now luckily I put it all in here. Hopefully the pull start's in there. I can't remember what I've done with a bloody pull start now. No, I took it off. I don't know what I've done with it. I've got a funny feeling it might be in the toolbox with the exhaust. Oh, there's the exhaust. Anyway, I've only got 3 screws holding it in because I lost the 4th one when I took the engine out. Remember, you know, if you're new to this and you don't know the whole story of what's happened, about 7 or 8, no, more than that. It's going to be more than that, because it was when oh, bloody hell, yeah, we're talking, oh, I don't know, it's got to be more than 7 years ago. It's probably 10. Anyway, that's when the engine blew up. What it was, the bearing, the crankshaft bearing, the bottom end bearing basically, just obliterated, and then it shot up the side of the piston and sleeve and completely fucked it up. So I took the engine out and everything, and I had a look and found out that's what happened, and then I just put it back together. I lost the heatsink, God knows where that's gone. Yeah, so this is my old one. So you can see they're identical. So what I'm going to do is take off, because obviously I've still got the throttle arm on there, on my one. I've got a new air filter, don't worry about that. I'm going to take the clutch off, take the whole carburettor off, the whole lot, and yeah, exchange it. I'm going to go and try and find the pull start now. Right, for those of you that are wondering what is going on, I've had to get the tap and die out because the threads, I'll show you on this engine, this one completely came out altogether. I mean, I had to use the heat in order to get this little thing off because it was all just stuck together. But the threads inside that one, that's on the other engine, the newer one, all full of rust, full up with rubbish. So I've got the tap and die set out. I'm just tapping it out again so that I can fit the screw in there. You see over here, I'm just tapping it out, got it on the vise. I'm just tapping it out now so that I can get the screw in there again. Now we might not be able to start this in this video, and I'll explain why in a minute. Let's just make sure that I can get this bloody screw in here to put the clutch bell on, of which I did melt slightly. Never mind. I knew it wasn't going to be the best idea to heat it up, but I had to get that bolt out there somehow, and it melted a little bit. It melted just a little bit. So, but it ain't the end of the world because I can just get another one. But now I've threaded that, hopefully I should better get this screw in there now. I've just gone through. Yeah, look at that. That's going in there, lovely jubbly. Right, that's gone all the way in. That is wonderful, brilliant. Right, let's put the rest of it together. Right then, now let's switch these carbs over. Good carb, bad carb. Oh, can't really see. Good carb, bad carb. All you need is a 6mm. They're a 6mm nut, but the trouble is, I don't know why. These are meant to be 6mm, don't fit. So, got myself a 6mm thing here. I'm going to take off the good carb off of my engine. I'll take the air filter off as well at the minute because that air filter was at it. That's it. Carburetor off. Lovely. Probably should give it a clean before I put it back on, but I might give it a blow with the air in a minute. There's the old one. Oh, not the old one. This is the new engine, but the bad carb. I'm going to keep this as a spare part because you never know. I might need a jet or something, or a needle. This engine, I think, is. It's been out of a car for a very long time because everything seems to be seized up on it. I mean, my one was out for a long time, but nothing was seized up. You know what I mean? This has been out. It's been a lot of water, I think. Now you see, that's not a good sign. There's not a lot of rust inside my one. But look inside this engine here. I don't know whether it's gonna. I don't know. Honestly, don't know whether that's gonna. Oh, it might do. Nah. I ain't got a torch. But anyway, it's full of rust inside there. Which is very, very bad sign. But we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it and see what happens. So that's the bad carb. I might have to take the glow plug out of there and have a look, make sure that's tight and everything. I'm going to blow this off with a bit of air because it's a little bit furry at the minute. A little bit furry at the moment, especially where it's sat so long. Give it a bit of blow off with some air, then I'll put it on and, oh well, I don't think we're going to be able to start it, but we'll see what happens. Something as well that I've noticed is this is the carb that come with the engine I've just bought. And obviously this is the carb on my new engine, but this is the carb that was on my original engine, right? Now, the carb had a really good tune on it, actually. Well, I always considered it quite a good tune. So take note of how far that needle is, the high-speed needle. Take note of how far that is in there, see? And now this is the needle, there you go, on the carb that come with this engine. It's quite far out. So it means for some reason or another they had it running very rich. I can only assume, well, perhaps the engine didn't run and they tried to put it back to a bit richer, I don't know. My low speed needle there is in. Their one is quite far out. So this engine might not have had a very good tune on it. Not that I care, I'm just saying, you know, it's always interesting to see. I like to see the sort of history of things. And you know, that gives a bit of a history as to how this engine was possibly run. It was either run very rich or it didn't run at all, and they tried to get it going by making it richer. I don't know. So now we've got everything's on there. I've got this air filter just to show you. That will go on there. And well, that will go on there like that. So this is going to be the air filter that's going to be on it. I couldn't find, I really liked this type of air filter back in the day. This is old now, really old, 10 or so years old, I don't know. But I can't find these anymore at all. You know, the local shop, the local model shop that I like to go to, won't get them. They said they're obsolete. But then again, they said that the Savage ones are obsolete. But I managed to get that I managed to get those on the internet. But I can't find any of these on the internet. So I've had to settle for this crappy one with a little thing on it. Look, but so we're gonna have a new air filter on there. Now the one trouble I've got is about the pull start. This is the pull start that come on it. Original pull start that was on my Rush engine, the old one, on this one. But I seem to have misplaced somewhere the one-way bearing. Now I've got a one-way bearing, but it's the wrong type of one-way bearing. It's too small. It needs to be that big. The one I've got is far too small. It'll go on the shaft, no problem at all, but it's too small to go in there, so it just doesn't grip. So I can put the engine in and everything like that, but I don't think I'm about to start it because I ain't got a pull start. But anyway, let's carry on. Right, so I sabotaged the pull start off the Rush, you know, the original Rush, the yellow one. This is what the one-way bearing is supposed to look like, a nice big fat one. So I'll put that on there. Yeah, that's working alright. Oh, kind of anyway. There's a lot of movement on that shaft, I don't know about that. Anyway, let's get this pull start on here, give it a bit of a clean, it's a bit dirty. Shall I use this pull start or shall I use my other one? All I wanted was the one-way bearing, really. I think I'll use this one. This is the one that come with it. Well, not come with it, it's the one I originally had on it, so I'll use this one and I'll save the pull start that come on the other Rush. I just want to see if it works. I just want to try and get this engine running, and I can order a new pull start with a one-way bearing, can't I? Right, so that's on. Now, this bloke that sold me this engine, I said to him, I said, have you got the bolts? I need the manifold bolts, because I wanted the couple for the other Rush as well. Remember I lost one, didn't I? I found out in the last video that I lost one, didn't I? But he said, I've only got two. Oh. What's the matter with this bloke? I thought he was alright. I think this bloke's a bit of a knob. Sold me an engine that's dirty and full of rust, and now he's giving me 2 odd bolts. Oh well, never mind. There's something else interesting that I'll share with you at the end of this video. Yeah. Never mind. Right, let's have a look at this then. Right, I've got my gasket. Let's put this on and we'll get going. Yeah. Let's get this going then. Oh yeah. Got to take off the tank. I nearly forgot. Got to take off the tank. Right, so I've got it all together now. Then I've just had a little bit of a tidy up. It's all bloody mess around here. Right, so it's all on. engine's on, I think there's something not quite right, because the manifold, as it comes around, it just doesn't quite fit. It should be, I don't know, it's just a bit, looks a bit bent. It's not bent, the manifold ain't bent, but I don't think this engine, although it says on it, I don't know what it says on it actually. It says on it 15 and it looks identical, but there's something wrong, there's something not quite right, it just doesn't fit right. I can only hope when the new one comes that it will. But anyway, let's see if it's actually going to start up and run. So I'm going to put the engine heater on it, get it warm. This air filter's not very good at all really. It needs to be a bit smaller. I'm going to put it like that just for the time being, just while we run it. But it won't be able to be like that normally. I think it'll hit the shell, hit the body. But I'll put it like that. Compression on this engine, not bad. Not bad at all really, I don't think. So I'm going to put a bit of fuel on it, get the engine heater on it, and we'll see if it's going to run. Right, let's see if we get anything. That sounds a bit rusty now, to be honest. Doesn't sound very good, does it? I wonder whether that's actually got any heat in it. Let's take out the glow plug and see what happens. I reckon that engine's had it, you know. I know I said it last time, but it's just not very healthy at all. Oh yeah, we got heat on the glow plug. That's glowing all right. But the compression ain't very good, and it's making a bit of a sound, bit of a clicking sound. Wants to go. Oh, didn't sound very good though, did it? Got to try and get this to stay on there now. All the pups have had it, you see. That engine sounds awful. Absolutely awful. Bloody hell. That's very rusty inside there. That's all that rust. I wish I could have shown you it. Well, it runs, doesn't it? It does run. It's just not very good. I wonder if it will go again. You can hear it, can't you? Grinding. Probably should have chucked some oil in it, actually, to be honest, before I'd started it, but oh well. Maybe if I run it for a bit, it will, who knows. Well, I think that was a bit of a success. I had to sabotage the old little rush down there, but I put the pull start back on that, don't worry. I will put it back on there. I just wanted to see if this engine was going to be any good and if it was actually going to run. And it does. So I'll put the radio gear back together. I haven't got a receiver for it. Well, I have got a transmitter, I mean. The receiver's here. I need to stick a fail-safe on it. Put the air filter on properly. And then at least I can give it a test run. But, you know, if it's something, it's better than nothing, isn't it? And then when the new engine comes, I can do a break-in video for you. A little bit of information in case some of you are interested. I actually come across a brand new, it's a Traxxas truggy thing. It's second hand, but it was meant to be never used, never run. You know, it looked like it as well in the pictures in the description. And he just wanted to get rid of it, apparently, this kid. So, you know, I bought it because I thought, brilliant, I can do a break-in video with this one, because it's never been run, apparently, so I can literally have a brand new car for a cheap price and do that. But I paid him and it never turned up, he never delivered it, and he's gone quiet now. You know, so I got scammed there, so I ain't going to get that. But, oh well, never mind. You know, they say people in this hobby are meant to be good, but not all of them. But I don't think he was in the hobby, I think he was just a scammer. So, you know, but at least we got this going. So I'll get a battery to put in there, put it all together. But that's definitely not right. Those of you who know, that shouldn't be like that, man. That should be a bit straighter along there, and that used to touch the pull start, but now for some reason it's not. It's too far away, and this is the proper manifold for it. There's something different about this engine. I don't know what it is. They put these two engines up side by side and they look identical, but there's something, you know, there's something definitely not quite right. Got the same markings on, they look identical, but they're very different. Well, they seem to be anyway, just by that. They don't quite fit properly. And I noticed as well, when I bolted the engine on, the screw holes didn't quite match up. I had to use the next ones along to the ones this one's used, but it's weird. But anyway, it's in and it runs. So hopefully at some point I'm going to order a pull start and we'll get that going, and we'll go out for a little test. Oh, brilliant. Next video we'll see what we got there for the Savage. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Really appreciate all your time and effort and commenting and subscribing and everything. Please keep subscribing and keep sharing and doing everything you're doing, because the more I get, you know, I'm going to be doing lots of stuff this summer as time goes on. So, and hopefully do another giveaway. Hopefully when I reach about 1,000 subscribers, you know, that'd be brilliant. So thanks a lot, everyone. Really appreciate it. Just take care and just have fun. That is the key. Have fun, everyone. See you on the next one, dudes.